Bristol Community College, Mathematics with Dan Avedikian, Math 060, Topics in Developmental Mathematics, Section 3.1, Problem 20. This is Section 3.1, Problem 20. It says write the decimal as a fraction, and we have 62.348. We want to convert that into a fraction. So, of course, 62 in front of the decimal means I will have 62 in front of the fraction. I can start with that. And now there's a four-step process to convert the decimal portion into a fraction. Step one is write what comes after the decimal point in the numerator of a fraction. So in the numerator of the fraction, I put 348. Step two, put a 0 under each digit that's in the numerator. So I have 3 digits in the numerator. That means I will put 3 zeros in the denominator. Step three, put a 1 in front of the bottom zeros. Step four, reduce the fraction if it is reducible. Well, 348 is an even number, 1,000 is an even number. So I know I can at least divide 2 into both evenly. So let me start with that. So I'll have 62 in front still, and half of 348, well, half of 340 I know is 170, but because of the 8 it's 174. 174 is half of 348. Half of 1,000, that's easier, I know that's 500. So, can I reduce it more? Yes, I can. 174 is still even, 500 is even, so I know I can at least reduce by 2, maybe more. So, let's cut them both in half. Half of the numerator, half of the denominator. So, keep the 62 in front. Half of 174. That's not as obvious. You can go off to the side and divide it. I could figure it out. Half of 170 is 85, and then because of the 2, 85 and 2 more, you'd have 87. If you see that easily, that's fine. Half of 174 is 87. If you don't see it, just spend a minute or two to go off to the side and do out the division. 2 goes into 1 once. 2 goes into 1, it won't go. 2 into 17 goes 8 times. 8 times 2 is 16. 17 minus 16 is 1. Bring down the next digit, which is a 4. 4 next to the 1 makes a 14. 2 goes into 14 7 times. 7 times 2 is 14. Remainder is 0. So it is 87. I could see that without doing out the division, but you might not see it if you don't do the division out. Half of 500 I can do much more easily. Half of 500 is 250. Now, again, you may or may not be done. You ask yourself, is there anything that divides into 87 evenly that also divides into 250 evenly? There is not. So at this point, that's as far as the fraction can be reduced. I have 62 and 87 over 250. That's the fraction equivalent of 62.348.